Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. There comes a moment in every person's life when they have to decide, am I going to talk about it or am I going to be about it? That moment isn't tomorrow, it's not next week, it's not when the bill. Time is right, it's now. You say you have dreams, you say you have goals, that's good. But let me ask you something. What have you done today to move closer to them? Not yesterday, not someday. Today. See, the world doesn't owe you anything. No one is going to hand you success wrapped in a pretty little bow. If you want it, you have to go out and take it. You have to earn it with sweat, sacrifice, and resilience. But here's the truth. Not everyone is built for it. Because proving yourself isn't easy. It means waking up early when the rest of the world is sleeping. It means grinding when you don't feel like it. It means facing rejection, failure, and doubt, but pushing forward anyway. Some of you are waiting for motivation, waiting for the right time, waiting for a sign. Let me tell you something. This is your sign. The only thing standing between you and the person you want to be is action, and I get it. Fear is real, doubt is real. Failure, oh, that's very real. But so is victory, so is growth, so is success. And the only way to reach it is to keep moving. So I ask you, are you ready to prove yourself? Not to the world, not to the doubters, not even to your biggest critics, but to you? Because that's the only person you need to impress. The time is now. The choice is yours. Let's get to work. You don't have unlimited time. Stop making excuses. The moment to act is now. How many times have you told yourself, I'll start tomorrow? How many dreams have you put on hold, waiting for the stars to align, waiting for the perfect moment, waiting for the fear to disappear? Let me tell you something. Time doesn't wait for anyone. The clock is ticking whether you're ready or not. You see, we live in a world where too many people waste their days thinking instead of doing. They sit on ideas, they sit on talent, they sit on potential, and then they wonder why nothing changes. They wait for motivation to strike like a bolt of lightning, but that's not how it works. You don't wait for motivation, you create it. You don't wait for the right conditions, you adapt to what's in front of you. You don't wait for success to find you, you hunt it down, you work for it, you earn it. Every second you spend hesitating, someone else is out there putting in the work. Every day you procrastinate, someone else is grinding, improving, growing. And when the opportunity comes, when the doors finally open, they'll be ready. Will you? Think about all the time that's already passed. Months, years, maybe even decades. Think about the moments you let slip away because you were too afraid to take that leap, because you convinced yourself you weren't ready. How much longer are you going to wait? There will never be a perfect moment. There will never be a time when everything lines up just right. If you keep waiting, life will pass you by. And one day, you'll wake up and realize that all you have left are what ifs. What if you had started that business? What if you had chased that dream? What if you had put in the work when you had the chance? You can't go back. You can't rewind the clock. But you can decide what happens next. You can choose to stop waiting and start moving. You can take control of your future starting right now. Because if you don't, someone else will. If you don't step up, someone else will take that opportunity. If you don't push yourself, someone else will outwork you. And when that happens, don't complain. Don't ask why. Don't act surprised. This world doesn't slow down for anyone. The clock keeps ticking. Your time is either spent wisely or wasted carelessly. You get to choose which one it will be. Thinking about success is not enough. You must take action. Prove your worth through relentless effort. You see, the world doesn't care about what you want to do. It doesn't care about your dreams, your plans, your potential. It only cares about what you actually do. You can have the best ideas, the biggest ambitions, and the grandest visions. But if you never take that first step, if you never put in the work, then what does it matter? Too many people fall in love with the idea of success but never commit to the process. They love the thought of greatness, but when it comes time to sacrifice, to put in the effort, to push through the hard days, they hesitate, they wait. They convince themselves that someday, when the conditions are perfect, when the timing is right, then they'll act. But the truth is, success doesn't wait for you to feel ready. It rewards those who show up day in and day out, no matter what. You say you want to be great? Then where's the work? Where's the discipline? Where's the sacrifice? Because your actions will always speak louder than your words. You can tell the world you want success, but if your habits don't align with your ambitions, you're only lying to yourself. Think about it. When people look at you, what do they see? Do they see someone who follows through, who delivers, who is relentless in their pursuit of excellence? Or do they see someone full of promises, excuses, and unfinished plans? Because at the end of the day, you are not what you say you'll do. You are what you actually do. The difference between those who make it and those who don't isn't talent. It's not luck. It's not intelligence. It's execution. The best in the world didn't get there because they simply wanted to be great. They got there because they worked to be great. They took action when others hesitated. They pushed forward when others quit. And that's the question you have to ask yourself. Are you actually doing the work? Or are you just thinking about it? Are you willing to wake up earlier, stay up later, put in the extra reps, study longer, push harder? Or are you going to keep making excuses? Keep delaying? Keep talking about what you could do instead of proving what you will do? Because here's the reality. Your results will expose you. Your work ethic will tell the truth. If you're disciplined, it will show. If you're lazy, it will show. If you truly want success, it will show. If you're only pretending, that too will show. So don't just say it, show it. Don't just plan, execute. Don't just think about winning. Do what it takes to win. Because in the end, the world won't remember what you intended to do. It will remember what you actually did. You will stumble, you will fall, but that's not where the story ends. Rise every time stronger and wiser. Too many people treat failure like a full stop, like the end of the road. But failure isn't the end. Failure is feedback. It's the world's way of asking you, how bad do you really want this? It's a test, a challenge, a necessary part of growth. Because nobody who has ever achieved greatness did so without first failing. The problem isn't failure. The problem is how people respond to it. Some let it break them, let it convince them they're not good enough, let it stop them in their tracks. Others use it as fuel. They learn from it, adjust, and come back stronger. They take every loss as a lesson, every setback as an opportunity to refine their skills, every rejection as proof that they are pushing their limits. But let's be real. Failure hurts. It's frustrating. It shakes your confidence, makes you question yourself, makes you wonder if you should even keep going. And that's where most people give up. They mistake temporary defeat for permanent failure. But the ones who make it, the ones who rise, are the ones who understand that failure is just another step forward. Think about it. How many times have you seen someone quit just because things got hard? How many dreams have been abandoned because of one mistake, one rejection, one tough moment? Too many. But those who refuse to quit, those who embrace failure as part of the process, they're the ones who succeed in the end. Because let's be honest, if success were easy, everyone would have it. If the road to greatness were smooth, everyone would be at the top. But that's not how it works. You have to fight for it. You have to earn it. You have to be willing to take the hits, wipe off the dust, and keep moving forward. And failure? It's the best teacher you'll ever have. It exposes your weaknesses so you can turn them into strengths. It forces you to grow in ways comfort never will. It separates those who are merely interested from those who are truly committed. So the next time you fail, the next time you fall flat on your face, remember this. You have two choices. You can stay down, complain, and make excuses. Or you can stand up, learn from it, and move forward with even more determination. Because every time you rise after failure, you become stronger. Every time you refuse to quit, you build resilience. Every time you keep moving forward, you get one step closer to your goals. So don't fear failure. Use it. Don't run from it. Face it. Don't let it define you. Let it refine you, because in the end, success isn't about never falling. It's about always getting back up. So here we are, No more excuses. No more waiting. No more empty intentions. It's time to act. The clock is ticking, and the only thing standing between you and the life you want is the decision to move. You can talk about it. You can dream about it, but at the end of the day, your actions will define you. Not your wishes, not your plans, your work. And yes, you will fail. You will struggle. You will fall. But that's not where the story ends. Every great success is built on a foundation of setbacks, lessons, and resilience. The only way to truly fail is to stop trying. So ask yourself, are you ready to prove yourself? Not to the world, not to the critics, but to you. Because the time is now. The choice is yours. Go make it happen. Do you hear that? That's the sound of time slipping away. Every second, every minute, every hour, you don't get them back. And while you sit there thinking, waiting, hesitating, someone else is out there putting in the work. Someone else is chasing their dream. Someone else is making their move. So I have just one question for you. When are you going to step up? Because life isn't waiting. Opportunity isn't waiting. Success isn't waiting. And if you don't, act now. You might wake up one day wondering where all your time went, wondering what could have been. This is it. Right here. Right now. The moment to prove yourself. The moment to stop talking and start doing. The moment to rise. To fight. To chase what's yours. Are you ready? Because once this moment passes, you don't get it back.